Fiends are devils which have taken over human corpses as it is their last resort to survive. Devils lose a significant amount of their supernatural power and ability to perform contract after becoming a fiend. Fiends can be identified by their distinct head shapes such as power horns. Here are the top 10 strongest fiends in Chainsaw Man. The unnamed fiend is introduced in episode 2 of Chainsaw Man when Denji and Aki go on their first mission. 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐜𝐬𝐞 is an unnamed fiend and was one of 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐜𝐬𝐞's harem members. 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐜𝐜𝐜 possesses a corpse with short green hair and has gray sclera and yellow eyes. She has normal pale skin albeit with a gray hue and shading with stitches covering her face, thighs, and upper arm. As a fiend, 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐜𝐜𝐜 can't make contracts and her powers are considerably weaker than those of her devil form. Long was one of 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐜's fiends and one of her harem members. Long possesses a corpse with shaggy, dark purple-red hair that's around shoulder length. She also has a pair of red horns. Her eyes have a red iris and yellow pupil. As a fiend, Long can breathe a large amount of fire from her mouth. 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐜 was one of 𝐋𝐢𝐜's fiends and one of her harem members. 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐜 possesses a corpse with dark hair, with a blue hue, and has an 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐜𝐜-like ponytail, along with eye-length bangs and slightly longer side bangs. Her ponytail can turn into a magnifying glass or monocle and seems to detect information, such as when she could find out what devils a person is contracted with. Power was the blood fiend and a public safety devil hunter who was part of Makima's special squad. In her original form as a devil, Power claimed to be greatly feared to the point where other devils would flee from her scent, though this is quite possibly just boasting. As a devil, Power possesses all of the standard devil abilities, such the ability to make contracts with humans for a price, restoring her health by consuming blood, and reviving in hell after being killed. Right now, Power has only one contract, being with Denji. In exchange for promising to find and befriend the reincarnated blood devil, Power gave Denji her blood. Denji used her blood to create a blood chainsaw and disturb Makima's regeneration. Beam was a shark fiend and a public safety devil hunter from Tokyo Special Division 4. Beam is very durable for a fiend, able to survive point-blank explosions caused by Bomb Girl multiple times and still have enough mobility to escape afterwards. Beam has the ability to swim through solid objects, allowing him to pass through walls and the floor with ease. Beam can transform his head into an enormous shark's head with multiple eyes and great biting power. Fitting for a shark fiend, Beam has a strong sense of smell. He was able to recognize and correctly assume that Reze was a bomb devil hybrid based on her scent. 𝐻𝐜𝐜𝐜𝐜 was the violence fiend and a public safety devil hunter from Tokyo Special Division 4. The violence fiend has extraordinary power for a fiend despite fiends ordinarily being weaker than devils. In order to keep his strength in check, he is forced to wear a poison dispensing mask. Violence has been shown during his attack on Reze that he can access his strength and transform portions of his body to that of his release state. Doing so, said limb will enlarge and gain muscle mass, becoming immensely more powerful. Cosmo is the Cosmos fiend and represents the fear of omniscience and gaining all knowledge of everything in the universe. As the fiend that embodies the fear of the infinite knowledge of the cosmos and outer space, the more fear people have towards gaining total understanding of everything in the universe and similar concepts, the more powerful Cosmo will become. Cosmo can send a person's mind into a different dimension that seems to resemble a gigantic library. She would then force the target to understand everything in the universe. Cosmo has all the knowledge in the universe inside her head. This essentially gives her a possibility to be omniscient. However, due to the fact that Cosmo herself appears to be affected by her power, likely because of her weakened state due to being a fiend, she is unable to utilize or access this knowledge in any meaningful way, being only able to think and say the word Halloween. 𝐻𝐜𝐜𝐜𝐜𝐜 was a public safety devil hunter working under Makima's special squad. He was killed and possessed by 20% of the gun devil, thus becoming the host of the gun fiend. As the gun fiend, 𝐻𝐜𝐜𝐜 can fire bullets from the gun in his left forearm and head with great precision and speed. He was able to break walls and Denji apart with ease, as well as destroy multiple buildings at once. The gun in his forearm is surprisingly durable, being able to block multiple hits from Denji's chainsaw with ease. 𝐬𝐜𝐜 displays insane speed, being able to travel to Power's location and attack her after blasting Denji from the entrance of his apartment extremely quickly. 𝐻YPEKAGE is a high school student who became the host of the War Devil, making her the inhabitants of the War Fiend. After having her body and half of her brain taken over by the War Devil, while still retaining her consciousness, 𝐻YPEKAGE is able to tap into the powers of the War Devil. 𝐻YPEKAGE's speed is improved to the point that she is able to move very quickly, easily jumping around and dodging attacks from the contracted class president. 𝐻YPEKAGE is able to use the abilities of the War Devil to turn anything that belongs to her into a weapon. 𝐻YPEKAGE's strength is improved to the point that she is able to pull Tanaka's head off his shoulders and spinal cord out of his body, requiring a great deal of force, and is able to easily carry objects as big as herself with one arm over her head. 𝐻YPEKAGE's durability has enhanced to the point that she survived a building collapsing on top of her with no outward injuries, though she was temporarily knocked unconscious.